Joan of Arc, the girl who saved France, 1429. The year was 1429, and France was dying. For nearly 100 years, the war with England had ravaged the land. The French crown was weak, the nobles divided, and the once proud cities now flew English flags. The people prayed for deliverance, but none came. Then, from the small village of Domrémy, a 17-year-old peasant girl named Jeanne d'Arc, or Joan of Arc, claimed she had heard the voice of God. It told her to do the impossible, save France. Joan was no noble, no soldier. She could neither read nor write. Yet her faith was unshakable. Clad in men's armor and carrying a white banner painted with the words Jesus Maria, she rode to meet Charles VII, the hesitant Dauphin of France. "I am sent by heaven," she told him, "to lead your armies and see you crowned at Reims." The court laughed. But Charles, desperate for hope, allowed her a chance. At the siege of Orleans, where English forces had surrounded the city for months, Joan arrived like a flame in the dark. Riding a white horse, her banner streaming above her, she rallied the demoralized soldiers. "Do not fear," she cried, "for the Lord is with us." Her courage was contagious. The French army, inspired by her faith, stormed the English lines. Arrows flew, cannons thundered, but Joan pressed forward, wounded yet unbroken. Within days, the siege was lifted. Bells rang across France. The miracle of Orleans had begun. From that moment, Joan was no longer a mere girl. She was the Maid of Orleans, a symbol of divine will. She led Charles's army from victory to victory, and within months, the Dauphin was crowned King Charles VII in the great cathedral of Reims, just as Joan had foretold. But her triumph was short-lived. In 1430, near Compiègne, she was captured by Burgundian soldiers allied with the English. Betrayed and abandoned by her king, Joan was sold to her enemies. They accused her of witchcraft and heresy, of daring to claim that God spoke to a woman. At her trial in Rouen, she stood defiant before learned men who mocked her. "You say you are my judges," she said softly, "but I know I am judged by God alone." On May 30th, 1431, at only 19 years old, Joan was led to the stake. The crowd watched in silence as the flames rose around her. Her last word was Jesus. Years later, her name would be cleared. Centuries later, she would be declared a saint. But in that moment, as smoke drifted above Rouen, a legend was born, a girl who had lifted a nation with faith alone, who had shown France that courage, even in a single heart, can change the fate of kingdoms.